FFC, at least when I gave a talk, it was still very young. So I gave a talk at FFC when it was still quite new. It was technically it's sixth or fifth iteration, and it wasn't as big as what it was now, but still it's the first conference of its kind in Asia, and I will say it's a big landmark in my career. I've always wanted to be able to actually share what I know, and at that point in time I just actually started at my current job back then. So it was an amazing point where I actually was able to share what I knew at that point in time. And back then, people were just starting to get into the idea of making sure that you knew what you were talking about, and making sure that you knew what you were designing about, and making sure that you actually had numbers or to actually inform your design. So it was a big part of my career and my career step.
Well, it's interesting. First, it was my first time to talk to a large audience during my JavaScript workshop. And I was so amazed that there are 200 people there. Didn't expect. It's an interesting mix. But I survived the whole 3 hours ordeal. My talk last FFC 2012 is another interesting experience because there were some commotion online about it. But I think overall it was a fun experience to share about things that you know about web design and development.
Experiences when attending or when I attended FFC was I've learned a lot, especially on performance, atomic design, which was really a great investment for me, because it helped me be able to structure my code well, be able to cut my projects into little pieces, reusable little pieces called web components, which I use now. And yeah, that's the reason why I want you guys to attend FFC as well, because you will learn a lot of things.
Well, I was very active before in form function class in the previous conferences, and I had a lot of fun, especially with Brad Frost particularly. We had some crazy pictures together, and you learned a lot, especially on the atomic design systems. It really introduced me to design systems in general, and I really liked that. We also had a lot of fun even after the conference itself, jamming, guitar sessions with Brad Frost, and you don't get that experience unless you join and go to the form function class. You get to meet great people who have great talent, and just being with these people, you hope that that talent comes to you by just talking to them, and it's also very inspiring. So the guys in PWDO and the people you meet in FFC, they are all very inspiring, and makes you realize there's so much more you need to learn in the world, and especially of web design, and that in itself is the value of FFC.
At the FFC that I attended, I learned a lot from the speakers as well as the attendees themselves. So there are a lot of conversations that happened between all the attendees, and that was the most fun part of it for me.
FFC was a really wonderful experience. It always was. It's always about getting all these people and all these talent into one room. Lots of people, from professionals to students. It's just a way to really connect with like-minded people who are passionate about the same things as you are. And I think that's really great.
I was previously a speaker at form function class. If I'm not mistaken, the FFC that I attended was at the AIM. I was one of the speakers at that time, and I can remember that it was a nerve-wracking experience for me because I found out that day that I wasn't really good in giving workshops. I can give talks, and I think giving talks is a bit easier than giving workshops, because in workshops you need to get people's attention for the whole duration of the workshop. And what added to the nervousness was the presence of other designers and developers, speakers who I look up to, like RICO Santa Cruz. So you can imagine the level of stress I was feeling at that time. But it was okay. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed giving the workshop even if I sucked at it, and I really learned a lot from the other speakers, from the other presentations and the other talks.
I just wanted to write in and let you know that I had such a lovely time at Form Function in class in 2015. The organizers put together one of the greatest lineups I've seen, and I especially enjoyed how we were able to put together a last-minute workshop for all the lovely attendees. They took great care of me, and I know they will take great care of you.